梅田の小さなライブ空間で、ピアノの音だけが静かに響いていた2018年。そこにいたのは、まだ多くの人に名前を知られていなかった藤井風でした。2018年5月27日には、大阪梅田のアズールで弾き語りライブを行った記録が残っています。そこで披露されたのは、ブルーノ・マーズのカバーや、スマップのライオンハートなどでした。今の藤井風を知っているからこそ、この頃の映像には少し不思議な感覚があります。現在のような大きなステージも、世界中のファンが待つツアーも、まだありませんでした。ただ、鍵盤に向かって歌う姿と、長年積み重ねてきたピアノの技術がそこにありました。藤井風は幼い頃からピアノを始め、12歳の頃から YouTube にピアノカバーを投稿していました。その動画が少しずつ注目を集め、音楽業界からも存在を知られるようになります。2018年は、そのネット上で育ってきた音楽と、実際のライブの現場が重なっていた時期だったとも言えます。そして翌年、藤井風は上京し、2019年末にはなんなん W やもうえわを配信。2020年にはファーストアルバム Help Ever Heart Never を発表します。そこから先の歩みは多くの人が知っている通りです。だから2018年の大阪の映像を見ていると、成功の前夜というより、もっと静かなものが見えてきます。まだ名前が大きくなる前から、藤井風はすでに自分の音楽を目の前の人に届けていた。その事実が今になって少しずつ重く感じられるんです。
Some photographs become more meaningful as time passes. A recently discovered set of 4 images from Fujikaze's early career is attracting attention for exactly that person. The photograph is coming around May 28, 2018 at a small venue in Omaida. After long, he became an artist known for audience around the world. What makes the image so striking is their intimacy. There is no enormous screens, elaborate stage effects, or thousands of people surrounding the performer. Instead, there is simple Fujikaze and a piano, and the audience sitting close enough to see everyone's movements. In one image, he appears in a vivid orange shirt. In another, he wears a white hat while concerting on keyboard. The atmosphere feels remarkably different from the large-scale concerts associated with him today. Yet the most interesting part of these photographs may be not his appearance at all. They offer a glimpse into the musical foundation that was already taking shape at the time. Even before his major label debut, Fujikaze had developed a reputation for approaching music without being restricted by a single genre. His early performance and only piano video showed an unusual ability to between two different musical traditions while adding his own personality to them. Their background helps explain why these old photography is important to fans today. So they are not simply image of younger performers; they represent a period when his audience was still relatively small, while his music curiosity was already remarkable broad. Around his time, Fujikaze was also becoming known for their piano arrangements, videos shared online, and reviewers could experience his musicianship through a screen, but live performance offered something completely different. In a small venue, there is no distance between performer or a listener. Every chord, vocal, phrase, pause, and reaction exist in the same physical space. The context between the especially powerful when compared to his career now. Fujikaze has moved to intimate rooms to a major stage and international audience. Yet the core appeal of his performance remained connected to that sense of direct communication. Even in a huge venue, his delivery can feel personal rather than distant. So perhaps that is why these photographs have resonated so strongly. They allow fans to look back at that moment before the scale of his career changed completely. The young musician at the piano was not around the machinery of a major international artist. He was simply performing, exploring music, and connecting to the audience in front of him. Years later, these quiet moments have gained a significance. They remind us that extraordinary careers often begins from the ordinary rooms and long before the wider world start paying attention. For Fujii Kaze, these images offer a rare window into the earlier chapter and remind how much musical possibility was already present before the spotlight arrived.